Hi there, everybody. It's Lisa Lovestone, and I know I'm not online anymore. I haven't finished reading my book that I'm reading. I have just been super busy since I got home from vacation, and it's really not gonna let up until like around December 1st. And then hopefully I can get kind of caught up, in my mind caught up. I mean, it probably looks very differently from the outside looking in. So, I got little doggies sitting down on the floor by my feet. They're so soft. Yeah, I'm pet sitting. That's what I usually do. I got to sleep in my own bed for one night in the last week. Anyway, it's a blessing that I have a job that I enjoy. And, you know, I don't have to fight with morning traffic. I don't have to fight with 5 o'clock traffic unless I have to be out for some reason or another, but typically no. I try to miss the traffic in the morning. So I have my meditation hour when I wake up, and I drink my matcha. And I used to do bedhead musings, right? Matcha mornings and bedhead musings, but I've just needed to meditate and be quiet and be still in the mornings. That's really what's going on. You know, there's so much going on in the world, and I'm trying to be somebody who helps lift people's spirits, but I just needed to take time to lift my own spirits. It was really hard to leave California. It was hard to leave. My son is there, his wife is there, and it's beautiful there, and I really just want to be there. And I'm really having to come to terms with being here in Georgia and trying to make the absolute best of it. And I still have a purpose here. I mean, I still have my colony. Nobody has adopted any of my cats in quite a while because it's just been kittens, kittens, kittens all summer long. So rescuers put kittens ahead of the adult cats because the adult cats can at least somewhat defend themselves. The kittens can't. They're at the mercy of Mother Nature, and, you know, or not Mother Nature, but nature itself. So, yeah. Anyway, I got a brand new deck of cards, and I have another deck on its way. Should be here tomorrow. But last night I was going to do a live reading, but I just got the deck. So I thought, no, I'm just going to spend some time with the deck. And I looked at each card and I examined, like, what does it have the potential to say without reading the book. And the thing about these cards is the book has generic terms, generic meanings, right? But each card has a meaning for each person within that person and their purpose and what they need. So these cards can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So I did a card reading for myself last night, and it really resonated well for me. And so it was basically, you're on the right track. Just keep doing what you're doing, and You know what you're supposed to be doing, and that is raising the vibration. I'm called to raise the vibration. That is my purpose. So bring light into the dark places. So, anyway, so the deck I got, Native Spirit. I was just reading a message that came up. And I actually bought this deck accidentally. There was a different deck that I recently ordered that I thought this was that deck. And so I accidentally ordered these, and I was like, well, let me take a look at them and see what I think and see how I feel. And once I, poured light, golden light into them from my heart, they just really came alive. And I love these cards. So it was a good accident. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is do a reading for the collective. This reading won't have anything to do with me unless, I'm feeling something as well. Because obviously I am part of the collective. But it's for all of you, not for both, but still it is for both, obviously. But my intention is to help you on your path with this reading, because I spent time with these cards last night, and I'm good. But if something needs to be said to me, I'll know. All right, so these cards are really pretty. Most of them are, right? Most of the decks are pretty. It's a very stressful time right now for most people. And those few people who aren't struggling right now have no empathy for those of us who are. But look how brilliant these are. So you know what? They're going to have to learn a lesson the hard way. They're going to have to be humbled in some other kind of way. Prophecy states, whether you're a Christian or a Buddhist or a Hindu or whatever, or even agnostic, all the prophecies, all the tellings of the future state that those who are standing high are going to be brought low. So, it's happening. It just, if you start watching the news, you're not going to see it. You just need to trust, and I am going to completely, totally advocate staying away from the news. I haven't watched a normal TV channel in a very long time. And typically I don't even watch anything on TV, but the other day I was pet sitting way out, away from everything, and so I watched a couple of movies to pass the time, because the dog I was taking care of is older, and I wasn't allowed to walk him or help. He wasn't allowed to leave the yard. So I did go feed my kitties, of course, and I did go to the grocery store, but I didn't do much outside of that. So I sat on my butt and watched a couple movies, and it was fine. It was good. I saw a Venom show. I thought I'd seen it. I hadn't seen it, or I have no memory of it. So the Venom, where the red Venom, like Venom has a baby, so to speak, and it's a red one, and they're in the church and the big bell from the tower falls. Anyway. Okay, well, should we get on with the reading? It's already been 10 minutes. Time really flies when you don't want it to. So, all right. So what I'm going to do is I have shuffled the heckle and jekyll out of these cards. Let me pull this down just a little bit. So they're well shuffled. But what I'm going to do... It's raining, so my arthritis is super bad today. It's raining and it's cold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna pull 3 cards. Okay, here's gonna be the purpose of the cards, okay? This isn't gonna be just a plain old intuitive reading. Let's see what happens. The purpose of this is gonna be for the collective. What is your block? Here, let me remind myself. I learned a couple of new things from this. What needs to be healed? And whatever needs to be healed is like a blockage, okay? So the first card is going to indicate what's blocked, what needs to be resolved, cleared, healed. You could have fear as a block, which is usually my issue. But something, fear, doubt, sadness, grief, impatience, those come from a place inside of us that's not healed. So if one of those things are your blockage, we're going to find a card that's going to name it in a sort of way for you. It's going to speak to you, right? And then the second card is going to be what step or steps should you take to heal that blockage, okay? To resolve the obstacle, okay? Maybe your throat chakra is blocked and you're not speaking your truth. You're afraid to speak up. That's pretty common, especially for women, because we have been conditioned to be silent and keep our tongue, right? That's such bullshit. So the second card is going to be what steps to take to remove that blockage, to heal that specific thing. And remember, I'm a Reiki master, so if you do have blockages, please message me for a personal Reiki session and we can work on that. Reiki, we have a long distance symbol that we can use. It's the Hanshaze Shonen symbol for long distance. I can use that symbol. I can send you Reiki and it will help. It's amazing because, in this day and age with our internet, we can reach people far and wide. So I don't know why my nose is so red. Third card is going to be future outcome from whatever you do with step 2. If you pay attention and are consistent with whatever step 2 is, step 3 is going to be the outcome of whatever you did. This will be your outcome. So if this is the outcome you're looking for, then do card number 2. Do what it says to do and be consistent with it, and do it with your whole everything, your wholeheartedness, and be consistent, and this will be your outcome. Okay? All right, so that's what we're doing. I'm going to do it the way I always do it. I'm going to do the intuitive part first, then I'm going to read from the book, because I feel like the book gives some extra information that is educational. So why not? Okay, so here we go. Card 1. What is your blockage? What is the thing that needs to be healed that you can do today? Right? So this is for the collective. I'm asking my spirit guides and the archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael to help me find the one card for the collective that shows a blockage, even if it's just for one person out there. Okay, there's card number 1. And then I'm asking my spirit guides, the spirit guides of the collective, archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, to help me find card 2, which will be the one thing that somebody can do to heal that hurt or to unblock. There's card number 2. Okay. Now we need card number 3, archangels Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, and the spirit guides of the collective. What would card number 3 be for the outcome? Okay, we've got our cards. My joints in my hands are pretty stiff, so I did the best I could, but intuitively these feel like the right cards. And they're gonna speak to somebody. Even if I reach one person, I'm doing what I am meant to do. Okay, so card number 1, walking in beauty. Look at the card for a few minutes. What is it saying to you? That looks like Utah, doesn't it? Walking in beauty. Now that seems like a funny card for a blockage. Walking in beauty. Huh? So we've got the sun is shining bright. It's the desert. It's dry. There's a lot of dirt, rock. The sun is shining brightly. Looks like there was some clouds, but the sun is kind of breaking them away. What could that mean? I'm feeling that it's dry desert because your blockage is your body and your soul are dry, hard packed dirt. That's your blockage. And I think part of what that blockage is you're not focusing on the things that you have that are blessing you right now. You're focusing on what you don't have. And without the gratitude, your soul dries up. And that's what I'm feeling strongly. So whatever it is you have, you're not being grateful for it. You're not giving gratitude. You're not. Do you have enough? Do you have enough? maybe not what you want, but do you have enough? Because firstly, we need everybody in the world to have enough. So that's what this card is saying. You're walking in beauty. You have beauty either deep inside yourself or surrounding you that you're not acknowledging, you're not giving thanks for. And the sun is rising. I don't know if that's a sunrise or a sunset, but I'm going with sunrise. How long has it been since you've gotten up early to see the sunrise? Do you know sunrises are one of the most powerful healing things we can get on this planet? Is the sunrise. The sunrise heals us. It does something to us that no drug can do. How long has it been since you've gotten up out of bed or taken the time to watch the sunrise? Are you sleeping in till 10 or noon every day? Are you getting up, hurrying off to work and not even seeing the sunrise because you're just hurrying off to work? It's fall in the United States, right? So the sun is coming up later than normal. So this would actually be a perfect time to see the sunrise because it's not coming up at 5:30 or 6 or 6:30. It's coming up like at 7:15, something like that. I'm not sure. And so you have an opportunity right now to start taking the time to see the sunrise. I'm sorry about the dogs. Becca, get in here. That's enough. Would you like to be kenneled for 10 minutes? Stop. No. No barking. I apologize for that, but she would just continue until I shut the door and told her no and show her that I mean it. So you're dry, you're thirsty, and you're thirsty for the sunrise because of what it's going to do for you. So make it your highest priority to get up, and instead of rushing or doing or sleeping in whatever that's happening, get up and watch the sunrise. It will quench your thirst. Your blockage is not giving gratitude for what you already have. I'm just going to leave it with that. I'm not even going to read the book because that's what I feel most strongly about. Okay? So this is what to do to heal. The white buffalo. How interesting. How absolutely interesting. The exact opposite. Instead of a dry desert, we've got snow, which is a plethora of moisture. Snow can actually bring more moisture than rain, because when it melts, it's like an unending rainy day. Like the rain didn't stop all day long, as long as the sun's shining to melt it. Or it's warm enough. It's above 32 degrees, it's gonna melt. But what else is happening here? We've got the white buffalo. Instead of a brown buffalo, we've got a white buffalo. And there's something in the Native American beliefs that the white buffalo is sacred. So the healing is something sacred. And I think that when you go outside to watch the sunrise, call on the white buffalo. Call on the white buffalo to help you heal and to help you feel more alive and to help you feel more grateful. See, when you start going outside and giving gratitude to the universe, it's like getting out of a dry desert with no moisture and being inside of a rainforest, of a wooded area full of snow. You know? You can eat the snow when you need a drink of water. I spent most of my life eating snow, living in areas where it snowed. It's delicious. I love to eat snow. Not in the city, no. I usually live out in the country. But see that sun shining still? The light coming through the trees? Yeah. Call on the white buffalo. The white buffalo is very sacred. White buffalo, help me feel grateful. Help me see all the things I should be grateful for that I have been given. And I'm not even taking the time to notice. I have enough. I have enough. Help me see that. Help me to be grateful for what I have. So this is the step. This is the step. And if you take that step, this is what your blessing is. Tracker. That's an interesting one. Okay. So we have a deep valley. Now this could be part of Utah again, or this could be the Grand Canyon. I'm not sure. What does that say to you? That's your reward that you get, that happens. If you do this to get out of the desert, right? To notice the sunrise at least one day a week. Tracker. This is your reward. So we've got a desert, but we've got water. Okay? And there is blue sky up there. You're going to have a deeper understanding of what your life's meaning is all about, what your purpose. You're going to have a deeper understanding, like the deep canyons you see here. That's going to be your reward, is that aha moment. Ah, I have a deeper purpose. And if I stay consistent with being grateful, I meaning you, we, this is for the collective, we're going to have a deeper understanding and the water will flow freely. Right? Our life, our understanding will flow freely. The blockage is not having any gratitude, because all you're seeing is the negative. All you're seeing is the negative. And if you watch the news, that's all you're gonna see. Turn the fucking TV off. Okay? If you're thinking I need to stay informed, no, you don't. Focus on you. Focus on your purpose. Quench that thirst by giving gratitude for what you have. Stop focusing on what you don't have and what you want. Focus on what you do have. Because there are thousands of people out there that don't have all the blessings you have. Okay? By taking that time and watching the sunrise and drinking from the fountain of gratitude, your thirst will be quenched and your eyes will be opened and your heart will be opened and you will have a deeper understanding that you're not stagnant, that deep down there is a flow of abundance, of blessings. You don't have to be thirsty physically or spiritually. Okay? It's free flowing. What you need is coming to you freely, but you've blocked it with not being grateful. But by allowing yourself to feel like you have to do something different, you have to have that over there, and that over there, and that over there, that what you have right now isn't working for you. Yes, it is. It is working for you. As long as you remember to be grateful for what you have is working for you. Okay? In perfect time, the universe is going to bring the change that you are hoping for. But you know what? If you go over there to get that, you're going to find all the problems. You're going to see all that's wrong with it. Because you haven't learned to be grateful for what you have right now. Be grateful right now for what you have. because this is what your reward is. An understanding, a deeper understanding to what's truly happening. Okay? It took years for this river to carve out the rocks in this canyon and get that deep. It didn't happen overnight. It took 1,000 years, a couple thousand years, right? So if it's going to take you a few days, few weeks, few months, few years, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up. Because if you go look at the sunrise tomorrow and reach up to the sky, thank you, universe, for all that I have. I ate today. I had water to drink. I didn't have to walk 5 miles to the nearest place where water was to get a drink. I turned on my faucet and there was the water. Or I went to the store and got a bottle of water, right? Or I turned on my hose and I drank water from the hose. If you have a hose, that means you have a house. That means you're very, very blessed. Because living in an apartment sucks. It really does keep you from nature. You have to really, you can't just open your door and walk out and put your bare feet in the green grass. You have to drive somewhere to do that. Okay, what are your blessings? You are blessed. And the healing comes if you make this a regiment. Okay? Calling on the white buffalo, help me see what I need to be grateful for. Eat the snow, right? Be grateful. Your river will run deep. Your understanding will be deeper. You'll have aha moments. Tracker. Let me see what it says about tracker. Nothing's coming to me for that word. And this is basically what I'm saying. Focus your intent and your passion on one thing rather than being scattered in different directions. Be single-minded in what's truly important in your life and let everything else go. Track the unseen but very real stream of energy to that which you desire. Native Americans had trackers that had the ability to be so focused that everything but their goal disappeared. What you see around you is a result of what you focus on. The TV, the news, scrolling on Facebook, you're seeing a lot of negativity. The world's coming to an end. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is us. When you direct your thoughts towards the good, you attract positive experiences and positive people into your life. But when you're focusing on what's not working, what are the problems, when you focus on that, you create an even more challenging situation for yourself. So concentrate on what you desire, stay focused. Trackers, Native American trackers. They stayed focused on the tracks. So if they're tracking a mountain lion, or if they're tracking a person or whatever, they stay focused on that. And they don't listen to the naysayers. Oh, you're not going to find them. Right? Don't listen to that. Stay focused. Be grateful. Watch the sunrise in its full glory. Back up. Stop. That's Sparky McBarkster. No. No. Okay. This was a wonderful reading. This was really cool. So, my cards have been telling me to trust my intuition. I trusted it, and look, we got a wonderful reading. Now, this is for the collective, but it had some meaning to me as well. I love to watch the sunrise and watch the sunset, but if I'm not home, I don't always get to see the sunrise. When I'm home, I can see the sunrise as long as it's not cloudy, because my deck faces the south and I can see the sun come up over the trees. So I think that's one of the reasons why I miss being home. I can see the sunrise. Now I have to be somewhere else to see the sunset because it's on the other side of my building. All right, to whoever this helps, remember to be grateful. Have a beautiful week. Remember to be grateful. This is Lisa Lovestone, out.